everybody, Steel Merkava here. Welcome to World of Tanks, and a replay starring the IS-3-II on the Abbey map played by me. I figured I would try a little experiment and do a new video type. This is live commentary. Today we will be learning how to use armor, face against multiple enemies at the same time, and how to screw up a Kolobanov's medal. What's special about the IS-3-II, you might ask? Well, it's like the regular IS-3, but with two barrels, it's faster, and it has slightly more armor, and it's barrels of fun. I am not apologizing for that pun at all. So, first things first, when we start a replay, we click that, so that works. And we look at the map. We see that we are going to the heavy flank and that we have the proper amount of heavies going this way. We also have mid and we have the road. Now I'm going to do something that's a little Easter egg with this tank, where ooh, that's satisfying. I throw my turret in reverse and I salvo. I fire both guns and it gives me a little speed boost to get to the location I'm trying to get to a lot faster. So we're headed over to the heavy flank, and this replay in the beginning, I'm going to be playing far more aggressively than I should, which is going to bite me in the ass later, but it's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So I push up really hard. I don't even wait for the heavies behind me to push up. And I'm turning to the corner, knowing I will see a heavy, and the first thing I see is a Skoda T-56. I fire a shot and I miss. He fires, and he fires a gold round into my track and bounces. So, him coming, I maneuver onto this rock to make my armor armor awkward for him, and I bounce his shot, but then I take a shot from the T-10. I know I have to make a complete trade, so I salvo the Skoda T-56. That was a nasty hit. So now I have to pull around this corner where I have plenty of space to hide from the T-10 so he doesn't fire a shot into me, and I do it successfully. I don't exactly have support from my teammates. I mean, I kind of do, but they're very far back, and they also most likely have other things that they're working on right now. So now, I'm gonna try and shoot the T-10, but he's not exactly poking. And then I realize, wait, there's also this side of the heavy flank as well. But it's just his stock KV-3. He's got a 85mm gun with 160 alpha damage and nothing for pen, so he can't really hit me. I mean, he can hit me, but he won't pen. Now, I'm trying to salvo him, but then I realize that might be a bad idea, so I just fire one shot into him to err on the side of caution. Pulls around, and he pulls back, because he's not exactly able to pen me from the position he's in. Now the T-10 pulls around the corner and fires a nasty shot into my lower plate for 459. The Skoda T-56 now comes around the corner. I fire a shot early to take his track off, but now he's going to shoot me. He bounces his first shot, and he pens his second, leaving me on 509 hit points. The T-10 pulls around the corner to save the Skoda T-56. I shoot the track off the T-10. The T-10 hits my track. I'm reloading. My teammates, where are they? Now I fire a second shot into the T-10, and I am hoping he bounces. He does not bounce, and he leaves me for the rest of the battle on 52 hit points. I thought it was 53 this entire time. And now I pulled around the corner trying to get a shot at the KV-3, and I'm trying to be extra careful because I don't want him to kill me. More likely than not, he's not going to, and he's not going to pen me, but I still want to be careful because you can never get too cocky. Even with the stock KV-3. Right there, he damages my guns, which is annoying, but I do fix it. So now I'm trying to pull around, and I fire a shot at him, and I miss. So now I need to pull up, because there is this AMX-30 on the left side, who I don't realize at the time. I think he moved back here past this flank over there, but he didn't. He actually pulled around on the left, and that's when I realize it after the KV-3 dies. Going right here was a bit of a risk with Artie, but Artie's busy shooting those heavies over there. So, I'm pulling up behind the AMX-30, and I'm about to give him a really nasty salvo. Now, I didn't realize this at the time, but I actually hit this salvo. Boom! Hit the AMX-30 for 852 hit points. So I'm thinking about pulling around here to continue pursuing behind them, but I see that the AMX-30 and Progetto are going to flank elsewhere, and artillery is reloaded by now, so I should definitely fall back and not pursue that because Artie will shoot me. And what happens? Artie hits the T-10, both of them, so I just lived in that situation because I pulled around and went a different route. I was expecting the AMX-30 to be around this corner, but what I wasn't expecting is that he would actually go towards my base. He would go all the way up the one line and follow that route. So I was ready for him to appear, I just didn't know if or when he was. So now we're being captured, and I need to go with the T-10 to help back him up for when he encounters an enemy, exactly like that. I'm worried about if there's an enemy that's going to come behind me, but now I'm committed. I am not only exposed to Artie, but also if someone comes behind me, I am dead, but I have no other choice. This T-10 needs help. Now the AMX-30 is here, so I am on my way. Oh, and I missed the shot on the AMX-30, hitting his track most likely. And then, to help out the T-10, I hit the Charfu Tier 4, but now I'm at an awkward position. This angle isn't very fun to play against the AMX-30. Excuse me. AMX-30. He fires a shot, misses, and falls back around the corner. Now I'm taking cover behind this hill from Artie. I don't know this at the time, but this hill is actually completely protected from Artie. I didn't realize that. This T-10 is a one-shot. I see that the AMX-30 fell back to regroup with these guys over here who just killed my second-to-last teammate. So now I head down this hill, a very risky climb. I almost died there. To get down and maybe catch someone off guard who's around this corner. I find the AMX-30, and I try to fire a shot, but I know he's aiming back. He fires, and he hits my track. I missed my shot at him, and I didn't quite get the shot back into him. So now I've got a problem where this guy's in front of me. I'm trying to look out for Artie, but the thing is, I'm completely protected from Artie. I don't realize this. I don't know what their trajectory exactly is, so that's a bit of a problem. The AMX-30 falls back. I know that if I try to push the AMX-30, he's going to lure me into his teammates. He's regrouping with his teammates, so that's a bit of an issue. If they charge me all at once right here, I'm fucked. Simply put. So I see the Tiger 1 charging the T-10, and I pull around the corner deciding to make my move to relocate while they don't see me doing this. And then the S1 shows up with the T-10. So now I have to fall back. So now the T-10 just died. My mod tells me, oh, hey, look, Kolobanov's medal. That's cool. Well, now I need to get into a situation where I'll be safe. I didn't realize this at the time, but that S1 actually took a lot of damage from that fall. So now I'm going to perform a masterclass in angling my armor on this hill, using my camera to check if it's correct, and it is. And now I'm aiming at this corner, because now here's the AMX-30, I take out the AMX-30, but then... 1, 2... and 3 enemies show all at the same time, but the Tiger 1 is a complete freaking moron and is shoving the WZ. I shoot the WZ with my second gun that just reloaded, and I bounce the shot from the Tiger. What do? I hit the track, but now I have to charge him because he's going to reload and kill me. The Artie is aiming at me, and I'm flanking the Tiger. The Artie misses, and I kill the Tiger. I get behind the hill, and I'm safe from Artie, and I just won a 1v4. But now there is still 2 Artie in play, and I have to take out the Arties. A little foreknow of what just happened with the S1. I was reloading my second gun, and the S1 takes about 2 seconds to engage siege mode, where it can rotate its tank and fire back at me. He pulled around the corner and was working on that. But what I had to do was make sure I had a shot to kill at least the WZ, and I could worry about the Tiger after. So I reload my second gun, and I shoot at the shoot the S1, and then that lets me kill the WZ, and I live. So, now, the next thing is, I started heading towards B3 the last time artillery saw me, so Artie doesn't actually know I am going this way. So, the most common spots for artillery are around here. One could be waiting here, but usually in this situation they aren't really, since they saw me going the other way. There's usually Artie around, all littered in the back of the base. There could even be one trying to go mid. All I know is that they're most likely around base. Me being the last alive, I have no choice but to go to their base, try and seek them out and kill them. I can't hide in the base and live. They'll splash me and they'll kill me. So, now we get introduced to how to screw up a Kolobanov's medal, which is win against a 1v5 against enemies, which this is a 1v6. So, what happens here? The first mistake. I see the M12, and I'm all excited and giddy to get a Kolobanov's medal, and so I fully commit over this hill instead of peeking and then having the chance to fall back. So now I am committed. I think it's a great idea to, after killing the M12, instead of falling back, push into this rock over here, despite the Lorraine being able to be anywhere around here. That's the first mistake. The second mistake. After seeing the Lorraine, not only do I stop moving my vehicle, while this gives me better accuracy, there's a problem with how I take my shot. What just happened there is I fired at the right side of the Lorraine. I'm shooting high explosive shells which have less pen but are more awkward with stuff like tracks and guns and spaced armor. So if I hit somewhere awkward on this Lorraine and I don't kill him, that would not be good. And yeah, just that would really not be good. So what happens here is I fire towards the right of the Lorraine instead of aiming for center mass, which I should have done, and I stopped. So what ends up happening is I miss my shot, and he doesn't. That's how you screw up a Kolobanov's, but make an absolute masterclass of using armor. And that, everyone, is the IS-3-II in the Abbey map, played by Proto464, also known as Steel Merkava. I hope you enjoyed this replay, and yeah, this was an interesting experiment, and this took at least 10 attempts to get a solid, good enough voiceover for live. I am not used to doing this kind of thing, but this is pretty fun, so